Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be doing a different kind of video than I usually do, and it will be unboxing this PlayStation 5 disc bundle for HONKAI Star Rail. I got it mainly for the collectible items, which are the 9 cards, the 2 keychains, and the postcard. Let's see if we can focus so you can see it from up close. Okay, yeah, can we go even closer? I think this is probably the closest that we can get. Yep. So anyway, you can get it from Amazon. I think they still have it in stock. If they don't, then you just have to wait for when they restock it. Keep in mind, as you can see right here, if we can focus, it does require an internet connection. So you will need internet in order to redeem the collectible items that are in-game redeemable by the code that they provide. However, anything else is for you. And as this is a disc box, it will have a PlayStation 5 disc for your PlayStation 5 console, so you can download the game. However, the game is free to play, so even without the disc, you can simply download it. I hope it is in the PlayStation Network, or at least I believe it is. So that's pretty much for the introductions. Let's go ahead and unbox it and see what's inside. Okay, so we have several boxes, and yeah, it is a simple cardboard box. Yeah, it is a simple cardboard box, and I'm going to put it to the side so we don't really, so it doesn't really get in our way. Let's start with the first box. What do we have? We have, if we can focus, yep, we have 2 keychains, as it says right here. It is a very simple box. Again, cardboard, HONKAI Star Rail, nothing too fancy. There are a bunch of stuff written on the back. We don't really care about that. So let's open it and see the keychains. Okay, so okay, there we go. It took it a while. Anyway, this is our first keychain. It is for the male Trailblazer. There are 2 side characters in the warbow and the conductor on the side. It is plastic, as I see. And let's get the next one before we open them and see how they look like without the plastic cover. I don't really need this box, so I'm going to put it on to the side as well, so it doesn't get in the way. And yep, now it's in focus. Here we have the female Trailblazer, again the conductor and a little warbow on the side. And on the back we have a metal chain of some kind, as well as the name of the game and the company. So let's open them up and see them in more detail. And again, the same name of the game and the company for the male Trailblazer. Here is how it looks. The plastic is maybe 1/3 of my fingernail, and it lost focus just as I was showing it. Come on, bring it back. It is pretty sturdy, though I seem to be losing focus when I'm putting it to the side, but in any case it is somewhat thick plastic. As such, I don't believe you will have any issues by dropping it. Of course, it depends on how high you drop it from. I wouldn't test it out. And as for the chain, it is pretty thin, but I think it will handle some kind of tension. I'm pulling at it moderately hard right now, and it's not breaking, so that's a good sign. And here is the female Trailblazer. Let's see if we can focus. There we go. Again, same type of plastic, same kind of chain. I'm not going to test it here. We already saw that the other one is pretty sturdy, so I believe this is pretty similar. So let's put them to the side and see the cards. Okay, so here is the box for the cards. I like the rainbow pattern. Also, the design reminds me of Black Swan's cards. And on the back, we again have this rainbow pattern and the Astro Express icon. I think that's pretty fitting considering how the story is being told. Let's open it and see what we have inside in terms of cards. Okay, first of all, it seems I've opened them backwards. Let's turn them around. And okay, now here are the cards. They are this big, a little bigger than my palm. There are 9 of them, and they are protected by a plastic wrap. We'll take them out for the sake of showcase. Otherwise, I would simply keep them inside because you can, at least in real life, appreciate them all the same. But of course, we don't want this glare that is happening right now. So yeah, let me just remove them and showcase them for you. Okay, so now I finally removed the foil and we can see them in more detail. Okay, so first impressions. I am impressed by the size. I expected them to be a little smaller, but as you can see, they are about the size of my hand. I can hold them semi-comfortably, and so we can see. Let's review them one by one. I'm just going to put them here on the side, or maybe outside of view for easier access. And you're probably sick of seeing Aventurine by now, but we have Aventurine as our first card. He is Preservation, as we can see on the top, and Imaginary for his element. So I do enjoy that they have listed their path and element here. And on the back we have this design, which was again Black Swan's design for her cards and her divination, and the same pattern on the box for the cards themselves. So yeah, they also have this rainbow effect, as you can see as I'm moving them. and they are somewhat they don't bend that much, I think. I mean, they do bend some amount. You will never be able to focus on this because it's way too thin, but they are made of a harder type of cardboard. So there is that at least. And let's get one final focus before we move to the next card. That is nice. Anyway, on to the next one. And the next one is Miss Firefly. And again, we can see her path, her element, the same back design. I'm not going to show the design on the back moving forward. It is all the same, really. I do know a lot of people really enjoy this character. Unfortunately, I do not have her, but she is very fun to play when they put her in events. So there is that. And let's go to the next one. Okay, I did not expect this guy, but we have none other than Blade. Again, destruction, wind, blade. I'm not able to read the letters on the bottom. I think they're in the Star Rail language. I really didn't expect him, to be honest. I expected more popular characters, but I guess it's only fitting considering he was one of the first characters to be released in the game, and certainly one of my favorite male characters in Honkai Star Rail. Surprisingly, Honkai Star Rail is probably the first gacha game where I enjoy the females less than the males. So yeah, it is definitely more of a husbando game for me than a wife one. And let's move to the next one. Okay, that's an interesting one. We are continuing the trend of early game characters, and both she and Blade are actually related story-wise. And again, destruction, eyes. We have Jing Liu. Apologies for my pronunciation. I'm not a Chinese native. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite characters. Certainly, she was the first character to grab my attention when I started the game with her trailer. She received an animation trailer very much at the very start of the game. Even before she was released, I think she released 3 or 4 patches afterwards. So yeah, However's definitely tried to hype her up. It is unfortunate how quick she got outshined as the meta progressed, but I do hope that they do something about her, considering they've been talking about changing the game balance. And let's go to the next one. And we have our next card, which is none other than Kafka. Certainly one of my favorite female characters in the game. Her path, Nihility, and Lightning element. So yeah, she's definitely one of the first characters as well to be released in the game. So far we have 3 older characters and 2 newer ones, though Adventuring is starting to go into the older category, having been released at the start of Penacony. I do enjoy whenever they bring her to the story, personally. And even right now in Amphorius, we had a little bit of a wardrobe regarding her in the Astral Express, which is pretty interesting. I'm not going to say it was surprising, to be honest, but it was interesting nonetheless. I was anticipating something like that from the very beginning. But yeah, whenever we have her in the story, I'm always enjoying her company and her part So let's hope for more of that in the future. And let's go to the next card. And we have our next card, which is Sparkle. One of the many-faced fools. Or many-masked, I should say, because she does wear a lot of masks. A harmony character on the path of elation, and her element is quantum. I do feel her role was somewhat underplayed in Pencon. They did somehow try to make it work, but I don't think they really managed to. It was definitely one of the weaker executions of a character, if I'm being honest. I do think she had a lot more potential as a character overall. But in any case, we have another somewhat newer character, and so far we are tit for tat. 3 against 3 newer and older characters. So let's just put her on the side and see who the next one is. And by the way, if you're still watching, please do consider supporting me by liking and commenting on the video. And if you enjoy this type of content, subscribe for more and let me know what kind of things you would like me to review and unbox in the future. And let me know if you think older characters will be the majority of the cards, or if they're going to be balanced, or if the newer characters will be more common in this pack. And let's see if you manage to guess correctly. But let's move on to the next one. And well, that was definitely something I did not expect. We have Zila, or Sila. I never quite managed to get her name. But in any case, she was one of the first characters to be released in the game. Definitely the first power unit. She was making easy work of any boss at the time of her release. And she is following the path of the hunt. And she is the quantum element. Let's see. Can we get her a bit closer for you? I think this is probably the best I can give you, honestly. But yeah, I definitely did not expect her. She has been absent for many months. I don't even remember the last time she was included in a story. Maybe back when they released the tournament on year 06. So definitely one of the characters I had really forgotten about. But it's good that we have a card of her right now. I do hope they bring her in the future, or at least expand upon her, because she doesn't have much of a purpose, to be honest, now that everything has been settled. Maybe they're planning something for the future. We have to wait and see. In any case, this is Zilla, and let's go to the next one. Okay, first of all, now we're still evenly matched between older and newer characters, because now we have Acheron, one of the more stronger, or should I say, one of the stronger characters in Honkai Star Rail, or at least seems to be able to still keep up, following the path of Nihility, Lightning as well, just as our lovely Kafka. I do feel that she had a lot of screen time, so I don't think she'll be having a lot more in the future, because they did give her a ton of screen time during Penacony, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. In any case, this emanator of Nihility shall take her rest to the side as we go to the next card. Alright, so let me interrupt the video right here to show you what you receive for redeeming the code that is found at the back of the postcard. You receive this recipe for crafting the in-game consumable physical disk bundle. It recovers 4 technique points, and you can pause the video right here to read the flavor text if you want to. This is for the recipe. And moving on to the game, you can see here is the actual item that you can craft. It uses 3 materials, they are fairly cheap and easy to obtain, and here is the flavor text of the consumable itself. As usual, you can pause the video right here and read it at your leisure, but with that out of the way, let's go back to the next card. And the next and final 9th card is none other than, drumroll please while we try to focus. Here we go, Miss Robin. Miss Robin is a newer character, so if you guessed in the comments that there will be more newer characters, congratulations. You win absolutely nothing. Just kidding. I'll like your comment personally. And if you make a funny joke, I might just even pin it. In any case, she is following the path of Harmony, and she is a physical character. Of the newer characters, she's definitely one of my favorites. By the way, if you haven't heard her album, definitely make sure to check it out, because in-game we only hear maybe 2 out of her 3 or 4 songs. In any case, it's definitely worth a listen. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite characters of the newer ones. She's just so likable. Her entire personality is so enjoyable for me. So yeah, those are all the cards. So before we end the video, let us go through the box and see what we have inside. I just thought of something. Let us try and get them all in shot at the same time. I'm not quite sure if my hand is that big, honestly. I'll probably have to apply some dexterity that unfortunately I don't think I possess. Let me try. Okay, I think this is the best I can do, and let's see if we can focus on all of them. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I really don't have such big hands to hold them all in one hand like Yu-Gi-Oh! In any case, I'm gonna leave them to the side and take the box. Oh, before I open the box, here is the postcard. Let us focus. Come on, I know you can. Okay, and yep, here we go. So this is the postcard. I have checked. On the back is the redemption code, so I'm not going to show it. In any case, here is how it looks. It is actually on the same size. Yeah, it is actually the same size as the cards, so that's how big it is. I'll probably just leave it in the box or tape it somewhere, but it is essentially the art of the box, so you can have it as a memorabilia. And the box itself, it's a regular PlayStation 5 box. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. And again, the same art as the postcard. I already showed it. It is essentially the cardboard box from that we have everything inside at the start. That's literally all it is on the front and on the back. And inside we have a bunch of papers that we're never going to read, and the disc itself. Cool thing is you can remove the cover, as you can see. So You can even get it out and put it backwards, or just flip it over and tape it somewhere. I'm going to show you how it's going to look. So if you simply want a bigger postcard, because essentially it functions as the postcard, as you can see, this is the front and this is the back side. You can just straighten it, because yeah, it is kind of curved as it was around the plastic box, and just tape it somewhere. Then you have a little poster about it, or you can even frame it if you want, though I really wouldn't bother with that. And yeah, this is the disc. Let me just sorry about that. Let me just close it up. And leave it here. Thank you again for watching. If you made it this far, I'm not going to repeat myself, so you don't have to worry. But I just want to again thank you for watching, for staying till the end, and I wish you a great day. Bye bye.